Welcome to day 25 in creating this modern OpenGL game series, and in the previous video we was looking at fixing the OpenGL ratio issue. I found this link. I think it was one of the ones I opened before I ended the last video, but didn't really go through it. This is exactly the issue we were having. And it says, how can this be done? There was something below that may help. So they were saying, so when they do the perspective, that's obviously for the ratio, because obviously when you do it integer divided by integer, you do lose information, but I don't think we're doing that anywhere. We're not using blue perspective. So let's have a look what we're doing again. So if I go to core engine, yeah, I did comment out all of that stuff. Don't know why the hell that's all the way over there. So we got this over here. No, we were doing something like that. I don't know why there's two floats. Get window width. For starters, that should be get window height. Okay. Let's just have a look. See what happens if I run it now. So just waiting for this to run. So this is the elongated version, and if I go to the settings, and I'll set this to 900, so this will be the ultra wide version. So you can almost think of that one like a, that looks okay. That does look sort of the way it should do. So if I go 640, which is the original size of it, so 640 exactly by 480 should be. That's the common ratio. Okay, looks good. We got a triangle. So that, that's a nice size for a triangle. But if, let's say, we change the width to 300, for example, triangle still looks to be roughly the same size. The ratio is good, like it hasn't like squashed it or anything. By the looks of it, it looks a-okay. And if I were to, let's say, make it ultra wide, so this is almost triple the height and the width is, and that also looks a-okay as well. So that one little thing, because I was doing divide by width instead of height, so passing in projection there. Actually, also what happens if I resize it myself? That messes stuff up, but I'm gonna guess if I were to copy and paste this to, let's just say, where we do the poll events thing. Let's say if I whack it here. So if I just change the width of it, not the height. Still not ideal because it's not centering the object, but I'm happy with that. I think it's just showing that part of it. And generally, you wouldn't have a game window that you'll be resizing like that. It's not the sort of way you would do games. So I can actually undo it from there, because you probably just set a explicit resolution. But I'm passing in projection to the draw. So if I go to the triangle CPP, I always have the feeling that I'm not recording. So if I go to the triangle CPP, where am I doing using projection? I'm using projection right here. Okay, so we're gonna need projection. Passing in every single time when you draw, I don't know if that's the best way of doing things. So It's not too bad if I pass it in here, I guess. So I could abstract it into like the core settings and make this user settings. Let's have a look. So if we go to the core engine, what does it do anyway? So it's a GLM. We specify the field of view. I think for now this is fine. I'm happy with this. So that seems a-okay. So I can actually get rid of this. So yeah, this link did help because I properly looked at this instead of it doing width divided by width, which basically equaled 1. I got a proper ratio. So that's good. And I can also get rid of this. This was for the calculation for the ratio, but as I no longer need that, actually, what would happen if I did use it like this? Okay, yeah, let's just get rid of that then. Get rid of that. Okay, so that's going good. That was a quick fix. So I'm going to get rid of the fix OpenGL ratio issue thing. Now we can continue working on the triangle stuff. So we're working on the triangle stuff. And if I go to triangle.h, don't have many properties in here. Yes, it inherits from the object, but we're not using any of that at the moment. Still just trying to figure stuff out, because obviously this is just the shader stuff. So let's for now ignore that. I want to deal with the size of the triangle. So we got this size, we got a color value as well. Realistically, we should be getting rid of the color value stuff. You should be able to pass in, like, you should be able to pass in the color of a vertex, I guess, of one single vertex. Let's just start implementing that method instead of just constantly thinking about it. So if I put void set fill color, I'm doing OR because that's the, I prefer OUR because that's the British way, but I actually, how am I doing it everywhere else? It's best if I stay consistent. Close that. Okay, in object, it is OUR, so I'm gonna set it like that. So I've already got the set color stuff here. So set color red, set color green, set color blue. So realistically, if I go back to object, we have color values. So for object.cpp triangle, yeah, how do we do the color stuff? Because I want to be able to set the color for each vertex. I like that concept of things. So what we can do here is, why is it moaning a shader? Oh yeah, because I'll put that there for now. Okay, that's why it was moaning. Because if I, let's say, were to put color dot x dot r, and then do the same for G and B, RG, B, and now do the same for this one as well. So if I set it like this, you set it to whatever the default color is, which I can't remember. It's white, I think it might be white. We'll see in a second. Yeah, white. So if we go to object.cpp, sets the all to 255. So if I were to set this to 128, oh yeah, my bad, it's actually ranged between 0 and 1. These should be 1.0f, 1.0f, and 1.0f. So if let's say we were to change this to 0.0f, we'll get a blend between green and blue. You get this sort of light bluey color. And if I do 1.0f again, we get white. And if I do 0.0, 0.0, and do this, we'll just get a blue color now. So that's pretty darn cool. But again, this is great if we want to set one uniform color, but what if we want to set colors for every single vertex? I'm just trying to think like what's the best way to do, because what we could do is 9 object in triangle header, have a sort of vector there. I think it was the vector that we created. No, it was not. It was the built-in GLM vec3. So if I do GLM vec3 fill color, by default the fill color actually, I'm going to do this as an underscore. This is a standard that I'm actually liking quite a bit now, so I want to start using this standard underscore and a few more underscores and underscore here, underscore here. So we'll set the fill color to just color, like so, and it's the fill color that we're actually going to be used. No, we don't want. We want an array of fill colors, which will correspond to each particular vertex. So vertex 1, 2, and 3. So this will be, so by default it will be set to just the regular color, and now here we will just do underscore fill color 0, do something very similar for this, and this. For the others it's going to be 1, because we are doing the second color value. And for the next one it's going to be 2. So we are doing the third color value. This as of now should still just give us white. That's good. So what we're going to say is we're going to need to override some of these methods, like the set color. Concentrating too much on this. Okay, I'm just going to have one unified color for now and progress on the stuff that matters. So get rid of this. And in CPP, instead of doing that, because I'll have to change all of this, if I just undo it to the same level, get rid of that. Now if I run it, That's good. So if I were to go to the core engine, let's say if I were to get, okay, I'm happy with that. I'll leave it initializing always in here. So if I do triangle.set color red to 0.0f, okay, that's working the way we want it to. So that's good that we got the color properties working now. Get rid of this. Draw the triangle. A triangle. Triangle. Now I want to deal with the positioning. The positioning. Because if we go to GL object.h, we got stuff for, you know, gain the center position. But for the triangle, yeah, with an equilateral triangle, there's definitely going to be actually, there's technically, I guess, a center position for all the different triangles. It depends how we do it. Do we allow the user, the developer, to be able to explicitly set the different vertices? Or do we say they can only draw a regular sort of triangle? I think the power of it will come if they can set each individual vertex. So if I go to if I get rid of this here, and because I want it to be a pure virtual method, if I assign this a value of 0, make sure it's still working. Build failed. Okay, what's it moaning about? And it's an abstract class. That should be in object. Map 4. Okay, so didn't have the correct parameter, that's fine now. Yeah, again, how do we sort out the vertex stuff? Yeah, we could have individual vertices here. I sort of like how we was going to do the color and set it. But then how does that link in the center properties? Do we not use them at all? Okay, so if I go to triangle header and if I put in a GLM vec free and I'm going to put vertices, and this is going to be an array of 3, and by default it will have vertices like this. It will essentially do GLM no, we want no, okay, this is fine like so. just trying to think of the best way of doing it to construct it. Okay. So if I take this out, put this here, and if I do glm vec3 no, glm vec3 is going to be underscore vertices equals, technically already have vertices here. The dilemma. Actually, we've already got it, so might as well continue using the way we have it. And what we'll actually do is, because it's gonna have 3, 6, 9. As of now, it has 3, 6, 9. It has 18 pieces of data in there. So if I put that 18, and if I run it now, or if I get rid of this, I'll sort out the underscore thing after. I think I might actually have to do vertices under the underscore thing now, so this is going to become a huge pain. So vertices 0 equals 0.5f, and I'm going to have to do 18 of these, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So this next one is going to be negative 0, color R, color dot R, color dot G, color dot G, color dot B, and what I can actually do is copy paste that every other 3. Nope, that did not work out. Color dot R, color dot G, color dot B, color dot R, color dot G, color dot B. I think I said B instead of G. Doesn't matter. And for these values, I need to set this to a negative, this one to a negative, this to a 0. I'm just trying to get into the same position that the other one is in. So 0, 5. That should be a 0, no, 9. And one last change. Let's change each one of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. If I build it, we should get an error, hopefully not in the constructor. It should only be down here. So if I do underscore vertices, that should now get me the same result as before. It's great when you're spending so much time doing all these changes and you're just hoping for the same result as you had before. And that messed up. Run it again. Okay, so that's good. That's going good. So now we want methods to be able to set each individual vertex. So if I go to triangle.h, and if I have a method called void set vertex 1, set bottom left vertex. Actually, what should I call it? 'Cause, let's just say the triangle's like this. We got like bottom left at the top, bottom right. Do we call it left, right, top, or bottom? I think bottom left is better. And we're going to pass in a glm vec3. Now we're just going to make it easy. So you can pass in 3 different values. So float x, float y, float z, and the same for the set vertex bottom right, set vertex top. Okay, that's going pretty good. So if I copy that over to the CPP, and in here set vertex bottom left, I need to do triangle, really should just do the namespace stuff instead, be a lot easier. So I can actually get rid of that. I can get rid of this. If I build it, is it still moaning? Yes. On what? It's moaning for the y value? The what? Why the hell was there an extra comma there? So that will persist in here as well, because that's where I copied it from. Unless somehow you messed up during the copying process, which you didn't, so it was my bad. This should build. Yes, it did. So now in here we actually want to do the process of setting the vertices, sort out the indentation. Okay, so we want to do that 0.5f, negative 0.5f, negative 0.5. Okay, so that's the bottom right one, that is. That's bottom right. So that is going to be x, y, z. So this is going to be 6, 7, and 8. Just confirm I've got the right number. That's fantastic. And I need to do the same for this one. And I need to do 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so if I were to go into, let's say, the core engine.cpp, and if I were to do triangle, no, I'll do before actually, triangle dot set vertex, I'm going to set the bottom right vertex, so this is going to be 1.0f, negative 0.7f, so it's going to be a little lower, and for the z value put a negative 0.1f. Let's just see what we get. Just sort of. No, that should have been a negative. We've got to go down. My bad. Okay, that's roughly what I was expecting to get. What if I did increase this value to like 10.0f? Is it going to be easy to notice a difference? Yeah, you can definitely notice it. Okay, that's good, that's good. So we can set the vertices. Now, so if we go back to the triangle class, so we are slowly getting there. The other thing is, if we set the color, this won't update. Because if I were to go into core engine, and if I were to do, let's say if I want my triangle to be red, if I do triangle dot set color, and if I passed in, I believe we have color values anyway, color red for example. Ideally that should now be red, but it's still white, and the reason for that is we only ever set the color value initially, so we need to override the method in here for setting color. We need to override all of them, or honestly the other easy solution is just to create the vertex, is to literally just do this every single time, or at least just the color part of it. So that way you get the new color. It should be red now, so that's good. It's not really the best way of doing things. So obviously, like I said, we could override all of it, but it's gonna basically defeat the purpose of the object.h, because I mean the object file, because it'll probably be the same for like the circle and the quad and any other shit, like we got 3D shape as well and the cube as well. So if we're having to set the color every single time, that'll be the same for every single thing. That's why I don't think that's, for now I'm happy with doing it like this. So we got color values and setting the vertexes. Don't have the center stuff working, but leave that for now. What I want to do is abstract this out. For starters, how much of this is actually needed to go in here? What happens if I get this, whack it into the header file like so, and if I take this, whack this into the header file again, is that going to work? It did, but obviously the vertices aren't being updated. Obviously if I do this here instead, that's okay. Yeah, all of this is going to remain the same. The vertex buffer object, for now, looking okay, not too bad. Actually, I want to put underscores here. Again, it's just a standard I'm trying to get into. I do quite like the idea of it, so I just need to update it everywhere that it just starts moaning, which is going to be here and here and here and over here as well. So if I run that again, we should have a working application again in the same way we had before. Okay, let's just check the time. It's been 35 minutes. Okie dokie. So put triangle stuff from so class into. Okay, it's definitely in its own class now, so I can get rid of that. It's definitely in its own class. Get rid of that tab. And now from here, how much more can I abstract out? At the end of the day, this is in the drawing part anyway. So if I go for the model, the view in the model, use with perspective projection. If I don't translate, if I just do this, a lot nearer than I would like. So if I do -3 again for now, but the model and the view, actually no, the view, I want to have a look at something. So if we go to GitHub, I'm going to go to modern OpenGL tutorials, and if I go to getting started, if I go to the camera where I did draw a bunch of objects, in here where we use the model here, where's the view stuff? View location, where do we actually set that view? Get view matrix. Could probably implement this camera system in here as well. And they create projection. I did initially later on take that out of there. Yeah, the view we could like entirely abstract out from here, because realistically all your objects should have the same view, so that needs to be in its own the camera class. So I think that's going to be the next step, is bringing over the camera class, which is created from the Learn OpenGL stuff, which is already in here. I'll use the latest version because I know I did add and modify some stuff. So if we go to camera, if I bring that over, the question is, where do I put that camera class? One second, I just need to go to the toilet and then I'll be back, and then we'll just get started on the camera stuff. Okay, let's get back onto the camera stuff. And yeah, let's just essentially bring all this over. So we'll just copy that into the camera class. Oh yeah, where do we put the camera class? I don't think it should be part of GeoHelper. I think that should be part of the core stuff. But then if it's part of the core stuff and this is reliant on the GeoHelper is reliant on that, then it's going to be hard to take the GeoHelper out and put that into some other frameworks. I'm not going to honestly worry about that for now. So in core, I will put it, actually should it be in core? Because obviously at the moment we got core, we got no section for where the user would put stuff. But if I put in here, frameworks, foundations, put it as a foundation maybe? Nah, I don't think it's foundation stuff. Should I put it into a folder called libraries? Okay, so if I were to create a new file, I'm just creating core for now. Create a header and it was called camera. So camera. Whack this here. And let's see what we get. Let's see how many errors we get. So if I build it, build succeeded, which is fantastic. Obviously this will allow us to do movement, but at the moment not gonna worry about that, the movement stuff. And really you should obviously only have the one camera. So should I put it in core engine? For now I'm going to print this here. So hash include camera, and this is what was the construction of it. Go to main, and instruction was like this. So I'm actually going to need a camera pointed to the camera so I can construct it in the CPP. So in here I will just put equals new camera. That's good. So now, how would we access it from here? That's the question. How do we access it from the triangle class? Or the other question might be, what needs to be removed from this? Okay, so we got the view. Or do we put in the core setting, because this is a singleton and we can just create an instance of it in there and just use it very easily, because it's not really a setting. I wouldn't consider it a setting. So I can just got a message. Yeah, I can do it with that in a second. Okay, I'm gonna just put in the settings just to see how things go. Because again, the process of this is just doing stuff and just changing it as we need to. So include the camera class within here. Put camera Now if I go to the engine.cpp, grab this out of here, put that into the settings.cpp, so in actually in the object I will create the settings stuff. This is where it's actually going to come in use slightly. So what do we have in this folder? Okay, so if we go out one, we're into here. Out one more, we're into just external labels. Out one more, into there, then core, and then core settings .hpp, and see if I've got the right file, right location. It appears so if I were to just put like a H there, this shouldn't compile now, because it should be trying to get a file that doesn't exist. So in here I can just put core, remember this is part of the GL helper, so this needs to be Sonar Game Engine, core settings, and I'm going to call this core settings. And do I need to construct this? I don't believe I do. Just confirm it. I need to get I need to get an instance. So if it's not being constructed, construct it. If it is already being constructed, it won't do anything. So in here, so in Sonar Game Engine, so in the triangle.cpp, I essentially need to, how was it doing in here? For the view, it's basically just doing camera.getViewMatrix, so I can get rid of that. Equals camera, no, equals, but in core settings we need a getter for it, so we need, so the getter is going to be a reference to this, so it's going to be a const, and it's returning a camera, get camera, where did it fail? Oh, it failed here, but that's fine. Just need to implement this now. So if I go to core settings.cpp, and in here need to do core settings return camera. So in the triangle.cpp we would just do core settings get camera and for this apparently there should be a method called get view matrix. Why is the get view matrix method not there? Get view matrix, so if I just put it there, it realistically shouldn't pick this up. What's he gonna moan about now? The non-static method must be called. So instead, in core setting, instead of returning it like that, what if I return it like so? Let me just get rid of the const stuff so I can work without this for now. See what we're dealing with. Should still be the same error probably. Okay, somebody's at the door, so actually what's the timing looking like? Okay, if you just give me like 2 minutes, I will be back and I will just finish up this video. So I'm just going to disable the audio. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Just my dad just needed something from me. So we was trying to return the camera. Cannot bind blah 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 blah. And so let's change this back to what it was. So in core, in triangle, it appears that it didn't like the const stuff. So let's just run that, see what we get. Okay, so this is taking a little while. Do need a faster computer. Okay, so that seems a-okay now. And I'm guessing if in the core settings .cpp where it's created, if I would set this to like 7 for example, it would make the object further away. Yeah, that's fine. That is a-okay. So we'll go back to the triangle. I'll just open explicitly. Triangle class. Got the view fine. This is if I just put zeros there, shouldn't affect any axis. It always messes up. I'll do that. For the model, the model. What if I don't actually put anything in here at all? Yeah, that's fine. The model stuff I guess should stay here. That shouldn't mean the camera stuff because that's obviously linked to what we're doing with the objects if we're rotating and translating. I'm gonna end the video here. There should be a space here. But we are progressing slowly but surely. Because the thing is, once we've got a lot of this, or pretty much the triangle class done, the quad stuff will just fall into place. The circle class will fall into place. Most of it's already done in one way or another. It's just getting it set up so it's working the way we want it to work for the triangle class. And we need to comment this shit as well, so I need to comment that stuff. So I'll put that in tasks for next time. So for next time, comment methods in that's in triangle class and course settings class. So I also want to work on actually, what if I try and create 2 triangles? Will it work? And I'm going to call this one triangle 2. I'm going to color this one green. But I'm going to do triangle 2 dot set bottom right vertex to 2.0f, negative 0.5f, and 0.0f. So yeah, they'll be overlapping, but we should be able to see 2 if it works. Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's the result that I wanted, that's fine. I just wanted to confirm something. So we also need to work on what else needs to be, anything else needs to be abstracted from this, I guess. Work on stuff for the model. Work on implementing transformations for model in triangle. Port or transfer triangle class to circle and quad class and update accordingly. And this is obviously just happening as we go along. So good. It's getting there. It is getting there indeed. I'll get rid of that. I'll leave them in for now because we might need them. So that's it for day 25 creating this modern OpenGL game engine. If you have any questions, whether it's about the source code or anything, feel free to post them on our educational platform, sonarlearning.co.uk. If you got any suggestions for the actual architecture of the framework, any coding suggestions, if you want to help contribute towards this sort of documentation, feel free, as it's a game engine by the community for the community. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. And as usual, thank you for watching, and I will see you in day 26.